Yo, yo.
Are we live already? I see the people saying y'all can't hear nothing, so I see y'all. I see y'all niggas. Bill look really confused right now, but I know y'all can hear me, so I just want to make sure that we here. We just figuring it out. I'm not. I'm not Ches John Boys. What's good, soldier? Just bear with us. I ain't want y'all to make y'all feel like audio is messing up. We here.
Eric, that's so kind of you. You're such a good guy.
Hey man, I try, man. I try. You doing good today, man?
I'm chilling, man. It's a Sunday. Uh, no, you know what? Yeah, my personal world's in a whirlwind, but it's all right. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay.
We're chilling. You know what I mean? I'm locked in on whatever this conversation is.
I don't even know what we're doing today, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. Uh-oh, Bill talking. Can't nobody hear him.
Yeah, I like to think Bill don't even know we live right now.
Yeah, Bill over there just slapping his keyboard around, pressing buttons. He don't know what's happening.
Oh my god.
Bill over there eating an apple.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
You got Michael Vick holding a dog as your at. That is something else.
Hey
That's
man.
crazy work, Eric. That's crazy work. You a wild boy, Eric.
Hey, can we talk about while we waiting? Can we talk about my guy putting you in his list, man?
Who was that? Who you talk? Oh, James Gunn?
Can we
Him?
talk about James Gunn? That was crazy, man.
Yeah, he's more tapped in than me. It's actually kind of embarrassing for me. I was like looking through his list, like I haven't heard half of this.
Hey, he was naming niggas I ain't even know was niggas. You know
I'm saying, yeah, it's trippy, and I don't know how he has time to be that deep into underground hip hop while he's also writing Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, and Superman. Like I don't know how one person does all that, and it's got me feeling like, oh, I need to use my time better. You know,
Do you know how he found you?
I have a suspicion. His brother, Sean Gunn.
I don't know Sean.
So he's the dude. He's in almost all of his movies. He's damn, he's in the Suicide Squad. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's a skinny, funny dude. You ever see Gilmore Girls?
I'm looking at him now. Yeah, I've seen this guy before.
Yeah, yeah. So he's a huge hip hop head,
Really?
and I think he be passing some stuff along to Big Jim. I don't think there's any way Jim is really going through his Discover Weekly on Spotify like that every week
Hey, that's
to
what you
find new
think.
people.
What if he putting Sean on though? You know what I'm saying? Like what if he really is just super tapped in like that by himself?
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It feels a little like he's formerly ahead and
Yeah.
he just decided to tap back in this year. That's what it feels like to me.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? It feels like he's having his age 60 b-boy renaissance type shit.
Regardless of how you found out, salute to bruh.
Exactly.
I was gonna save this until everybody was in here, but since we just wasting time,
I don't consider this wasting time, Eric. This is a wonderful heart
I,
fulfilling conversation we having right now.
well, I got a bar, man. I wanted to do a bar every time we do one of these.
Okay, wait. Just one though? Not two? Just one?
It's a few lines,
Okay,
and
cool.
now
Cool. I was
FD
I
and
was
now
gonna be really
FD here,
concerned.
so I'll do it. But can you hear us, FD?
Yeah, yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
FD.
Bill trying to figure some stuff out. So in the meantime, I said every time we do one of these, I'm gonna write a bar and I'm gonna say it. So this is my annual bar. It's something light. It's nothing crazy, I promise at all.
Are you hyping it up though? So now my expectations are
Like
raised. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
super
Like,
light.
Presenting bars in front of actual rappers with
It's
the
it's
awards
it's
and
super light.
accolades.
Yeah, it's super light. It's super light. But what did I say? I said I hit O and me with the coldest right.
oh, wait, what? Hold up.
Hold it down, hold it down. I said, hey, hold on, let me get my shit off. I said, I hit O and me with the coldest right.
Oh,
Man,
why
man,
me?
I knock that nigga out if he throw a strike.
What?
All of this,
What?
open mic. I got some shit that open mic. Man,
What?
I let a random nigga take a shot at this bitch like we at open mic.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I said I don't even really like y'all like that. I'm about that action. I ain't really about all that rah jack. If ego hop off sides, man, I'm pushing this shit 5 yards back.
That's it?
Please
Are you
tell me
finished?
that's it. I don't need any battle rap
That's it.
bars about me.
Nah,
right
you
now.
next. You next though. You next. You
Okay,
next.
just
You next time.
save it
Next
for
time.
next time. I've had a rough day so far.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about to, like I was finishing a whole nother album. I'm about to pivot my whole pen at. I can't believe you just did that. You punched me out. You had random people punch me out. You pushed me back 5 yards. I didn't even know we was playing.
Hey, do y'all are y'all cool with this camera.
We
I guess
lost
they're
the
actually
audio.
definitely worse.
Oh,
Am my audio back?
yeah, you good.
You good.
Because I was sitting there thinking, like, why is it the camera look like that? I mean,
Mike
I guess
is the nicest guy of all time. I'm sorry, you the only rapper though, so it's like I was like, it's unfair if I do to anybody else. You could defend yourself.
You're gonna bring out a dark part of me though, man. I've been trying to keep that part of myself like in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be a terror in college. Oh my God. I won all the MC battles on the yard.
all the wokest, most reasonable, level-handed, emotionally mature men you know today were fighting demons in undergrad. Fighting demons in undergrad to get to this point.
I said awful things about people on microphone publicly. Terrible things. Terrible things.
Are you finna kick out 2026 with an OME Eric the Young God beef?
I'm down with it. I need some beef in my life.
Okay. I don't know if y'all seen the private chat. He said he's trying to get on with his audio. So in the meantime, we can talk while you figure it out.
That's what we've been doing.
All right, yeah. How's your day going, FD? Well, FD's figuring something out right now too. I see.
My day was going so well until I just got battle rapped at.
You know what inspired this? You want to know what inspired this too? I was looking
test.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. I was looking at your breakdown of the Drake and Kendrick beef thing, and I was like, you know what? I feel like he's a little too safe. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nobody aiming at him, so you just gotta keep him on his toes.
Okay. Well, you did it. You did it.
I'm doing okay. I had some bad football news today, but I had good football news yesterday. So
whoa! I'm as a Bears fan, that's kind of alarming. What's your bad football?
Well, you know,
news?
The Seahawks beat the Panthers. I was hoping the Panthers would upset them.
Gotcha.
And that would give the Bears a clear, very viable chance at number one.
Gotcha.
But now it's just much less likely.
The icing job is bad because they're too soft to put icing on.
Well, you got to let them dry longer for the icing to not melt on top of them. But still, they look great. My son has brought me red velvet donuts.
This is so wholesome.
Yeah, this is the most wholesome live ever.
This is pretty good.
Yay!
Pretty good. Yay. The icing isn't, but you know.
I couldn't. Next time I'm gonna make them harder so I can put icing on.
You got to be patient and just let them cool down for the icing to not melt.
Yeah, but I don't want them to burn because they look almost.
No. I'll talk to you about it later. Close the door. Love you.
Can I give a food hot take? I don't like desserts. I don't like sweets. I don't like candy. I don't like nothing like
this.
That.
Is not a hot take. Hot takes are based in a range of normalcy. You just announced you're a serial killer.
I'm not a fan. I've never been a nigga to been like, damn, dinner was good. Where's dessert? It's like, no, you creep. I don't want dessert. I already ate.
Damn. Why the person who want dessert got to be a creep?
That's projection. Like the creeps are a lot of ones that's like, man, something sweet and fun to eat.
Nah, niggas that get a little too hyped about dessert, I never trusted them. I don't have a valid reason why. I just a little off. I don't feel it.
Oh man, off indeed.
I feel like OME is just like creating bars in his head for me.
Oh, you don't even know the horror.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous right now, bro.
It's gonna be all kinds of bonnet bars.
It's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be bad.
You know and he's gonna flip. He's gonna flip Bonnet, Young, and dessert in one bar.
For real.
And you know how OME likes to do like internal rhymes.
Yep.
So like it's gonna devastate the world when it hits.
Mm-hmm.
My heart beating fast.
We're gonna hear Don DeMarco in real life when it happens. You're not even gonna have heard the bar, but you're gonna just hear in the background Don DeMarco, and you're gonna know what's happened.
Can you at least be our smack?
No, I can't be that. I can't be as cool and quasi exploitative. I'm sure it's
quasi exploitative is hilarious.
Because I don't know enough about Smack. I'm planning a battle rap video. I actually am gonna see if I can through Justin get connected to Smack to clear footage because Smack that they don't play with their footage.
Oh no, not at all.
And so like that means that means if I'm lucky, I may end up having a conversation with him or some other battle rappers. But I'm choosing not to look too far into the business practices because I know there's no way Smack has been paying people their dues in that industry. This is not possible. He's been doing it. That they've been getting their just desserts.
Are you a big battle rap fan? Or like, where would you rank yourself?
I used to be. I am an above. Well, no, I think I'm an average battle rap fan because, like, to be an average battle rap fan, you got to be locked into a certain degree already.
Yeah.
And then to be a hardcore battle rap fan means that then you're like a big battle rap fan. That means that you like are watching all the big battles and like the notable battles. And then if you're a hardcore, you're watching everything and Don't Flop and what was the other one that started before Smack? A lot of people came from Smack. I think
was the URL. Was that
no? Smack is URL.
I mean,
Okay.
you got Lions Den.
Lions Den, but no, it came after Lions Den, but before Smack.
You're talking about the one they used to battle with.
Now we got it.
Oh, look at Bill.
Sometimes
you have grind time. You have what?
Grind time.
It might be grind time.
I did a grind time battle. I did one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it on the internet?
it's on the internet, but it's very LA underground. It was me and this other dude from Project Blowed, and we just lyriced at each other real hard.
That's beautiful. Yeah, see, that's kind of like I'm excited. I'm excited about this doing a battle rap video because after the Charlie Kirk shit and this Tyler Perry shit, and then after Tyler Perry, I'm doing something about what's happening in Africa, and after that, I need a break. I need a break from serious issues for the rest of 2026. I'm already looking forward to it.
Bill, you got the Eagles on in the background? I feel like I can hear the Eagles.
Yeah, that's Eagles playing in the background.
what
I
they
got to
looking
keep
like?
one eye on them at all times.
Because I need the Eagles to lose to, well, kind of need y'all to win. Low key, I don't want nothing of the Packers in the first round. Like, I really don't want that rematch.
Is Malik Willis even play in that though, or would it be that third string dude?
But now, by the time it's the playoffs, it'll probably be Jordan Love. He just
Jordan
had a
got
concussion.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, he only gonna be out for like a week.
Yeah, he'll be back by the playoffs, and
As a person living in Jacksonville, I stand out like a sore thumb because I'm the only person in Jacksonville that's a New England Patriot fan.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
That is weird.
I mean,
That's
that
gross.
sounds like it's bad for your health.
That
out
is.
there.
I'll never forget when we beat them in the AFC Championship game when they thought it was going to go to the Super Bowl. I remember I posted on Instagram celebrating, and somebody commented,
We know you.
he said, "What type of nigga is you?" And it really made me think.
What did you answer? Did you answer? What type of nigga is you?
I'm gonna be real. I see. Here's more fodder. Here's more fodder for Mike. Any dude that's a fan of a team that won multiple championships while they were younger, that's not from that city, I always side eye. Like I got a homeboy from Jersey.
No, it's got to be the other way. It's got to be the other way. Yes,
I got a homeboy.
If
from
you
Jersey
old,
that's a
it's
Bulls and
different.
Cowboys fan. He's still a fan now, so I give him that. He has stuck through the Bulls and the Cowboys for all these years, but he became a Bulls and Cowboys fan in his childhood when the Bulls and Cowboys were the best teams in their respective leagues. And to me, I'm like, we see how that started.
Can I give you some Jaguar lore that you probably never hear from anybody else? The Jaguars, when I was younger, did not come on TV because they didn't sell enough tickets.
Damn.
So they were
that is true.
So they were black.
Wasn't they trying to move the team to like London at one point?
That was the thing that was always like flirted about, and people were kind of worried that they were going to move. But yeah, when I was young, you literally couldn't even watch the game unless you went because they didn't show them on TV because they didn't sell enough tickets. Nobody was going.
Damn. So I gotta give you that. That's different.
So that means you decided to be a fan of the Patriots though.
So Randy Moss, my favorite wide receiver ever.
You guys said so many things about me, so I voted for Trump. You already think I'm a Nazi.
Randy Moss is my GOAT. So I was kind of following my GOAT, and that just kind of became my team.
And Ronnie Moss he's from South Carolina. He got that energy.
He's from West Virginia.
He's from West Virginia.
Is he? No, he played in Marshall in South Carolina after he got expelled from Florida State. He started. I was a Randy Moss truther too, because I used to love. I was low-key a Vikings fan for like the first couple of years of my life. So I hit like
it's 7-0 right now.
Because one, I loved Warren Moon, and then I loved Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss. So I will always root for the Vikings or the Bears, whoever whoever was playing until they played each other, and then I was the only person quietly rooting for the Bears when I was little. By the time I got to high school, I got that beat out of me, and I corrected myself. So
I corrected myself
because I was wrong. I want to be clear about that. That was
I
never okay.
I just want to be clear. I would never be a Jaguars fan. So if any Jackson people watching this,
And they good. They about to hell. Did the Patriots win? Oh, the Patriots smashed the Jets. Good
they
lord.
just blew out.
My son is a diehard Warriors fan, and I don't know what that's going to be like after Curry's gone. Like I have to see what kind of person he's going to be. You know, is he going to stay with him? Is he going to flip? Like it's a test of character. You know what I'm saying?
Did he become a fan like around like the KD era or?
Well, he's always been a Curry. Like when he became a conscious human being, like he saw Curry and was like him, and he never let go.
It's hard not to be a Curry fan. Like even as a person that don't
a young boy.
Yeah.
I don't do basketball. I barely pay attention to basketball since I always marked when my interest in basketball died was when Detroit ran 4 games straight on LA in like 2002. And I was just like, it's not fun no more. I don't. And so, but seeing Curry come in, like it's impossible to not look at Curry and be like, that as a young dude, like that would be so inspiring. He's like the ultimate underdog to overdog story, you know. So you got to hate.
One thing I don't like about Curry is that people don't seem to understand that marginally athletic by NBA standards is still like top 1% for regular people, and people think that if I could just shoot like Steph, then I would no, brother.
And that
you're
man
not
runs,
making the league.
Runs
it ain't going.
Not
when you 5'5" with flat feet.
He like 36 running up and down, like all actions without the ball, like just constant motion. Like the man runs like miles every game.
He could still be an elite slot receiver in the NFL right now, or a striker or a wing in soccer. Like he is not the best athletes are the most uniquely gifted athletes are basketball players. It just is what it is. So
most versatile athletes. All right, did we talk about Dave Chappelle yet?
No, I just wrote some heat, so I'm ready.
I'm gonna let y'all have that. Already done like 20 minutes about that on the second show. Subscribe to the barbershop, by the way, y'all.
Indeed. Anybody else want to start? I'm already.
I don't even got nothing. Like 2-3 specials ago, when I saw he was still doing the trans stuff, I was like, okay, I'm cool. Like I'm. This is no longer for me. And I don't know. Like, so I don't know what he's talking about in this one. I don't know if it's good, if it's bad. Like, y'all tell me. I don't really even know what the conversation is about this time.
I mean, I paid like half attention to it because they do this thing now where like 3/4 of his set is just him making excuse. That was my whole thing, right? It's like, just stand on it. Like, you ain't the only one that took the money. You ain't the only one. But don't try to sit up there and insult people's intelligence trying to, rationalize it out and whatever the case may be. You took the blood money, just stand on it. Same thing with the closer and all that other. Just stand on it. Like every other special of his is like him doing apologetics for the previous one. Not apologizing, but doing apologetics for it. Which that's what this whole the whole second half was, just him doing apologetics.
We lost you on cam, Bill.
All right, I'm finna refresh because that's pretty much all I had.
I was gonna say I feel like FD finna hit a home run or something, so I'll just say my little quick 2 seconds. I probably have the most unwokest take on this. I thought that special was really funny. I really liked the special. I thought it was probably his funniest one since he's kind of came back low key. I thought it was a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of like some of his best jokes. Like I like the Stevie Wonder bird joke. I thought that was pretty funny. But once again, I feel like, I have the unwokest take on it. I thought it was pretty funny.
So I actually thought it was his least funny thing since coming back.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I thought it. you know, the story time was cool, but I didn't connect to this story, the story time moments about Jack Johnson and his homeboy the way I have in the past. There's little nuances about crowd work in there that struck me as beneath Dave. I'm not saying it's bad. Like Dave is like Nas in that regard, and that his one of his biggest challenges is having to be compared to his previous work. So like if another comedian, like I had a conversation with Waving Red Flag guys about this too. So I'm already like lubricated and ready. If another comedian had made this, it would be better than I would see it as really good. But for Dave, it's not very good. But really what got me, like, as I sat with it longer and I got to writing about it, what frustrates me with Dave is that Mike's perspective is rare, and even your perspective is rare, Eric, because not rare. I won't say that. What I ended up writing a video about was having to see still people regard Dave as some like deep truth teller and like honest voice within the culture. And that really annoys me because it speaks to like how low the bar is and how people's media literacy and like information around just basic stuff is real bad. Because what killed me like I think Bill hit it, the apologetics is not just that, it's not justice as apologetics, is that it's bad. It's bad if you do like 3 Googles. You know what I'm saying? You do 3 Googles about Saudi Arabia and the nature of his performance there, and you realize that it ain't got nothing to do. It don't got what's going on in Israel and Gaza don't have a lot to do with excusing why Dave was in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? But he knows that people ain't gonna do more than 2 Googles, let alone 1, to connect the dots on how that don't make sense on him. And he's really just unwilling, like he's very willing to be like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I'm gonna do what I want to do, But he's unwilling to not make that a third of his special every year and a half. And so it's just even more frustrating that people don't see that bait and switch shit.
Well, is it? And let me ask you this: somebody who didn't watch it, is it bait and switch? Do you get the sense that he doesn't believe what he's saying, or that he's just not surrounded by the type of people who would even challenge that thought? So, like, he would associate that as his reasoning internally to make it okay and present that as the truth when it's not, when nobody around him is even asking him any questions.
I don't think
Dave. I think Dave is a lot smarter than what he lets on. I think that's part of the reason why he feels like he has to keep going back and over. You know how when somebody know they BSing you, so they gotta keep over explaining in order for it to make sense to you. That's what it feels like he's constantly. Because again, like, all right, you said what you had to say. All right, all right. So perfect example. I was telling another one of my faves right now who I was highly disappointed in was Ali Sadiq, right? And he just straight up said, "Hey, they offered me the bag, I took it. I'll be a black Republican for the money." And I'm like, listen, I may not respect your decision, but I respect the fact that you're going to stand on it. You know what I mean? Dave don't do that. Dave, again, is smart enough to understand why people have an issue with, again, Dave is smart enough to do those 3 Googles and understand why him being in Saudi Arabia is problematic. But instead of either he has a pathological inability to just take the L. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's either take the L or stand on your square. Instead, he tries to explain to you the reason why there is no L to be taken to begin with. And I'm like, nah, like, you're not going to outsmarting, dog. It don't work. Yeah, somebody just said Bill Burr is another perfect example of that. They know exactly why people got an issue, but instead of just, owning up to it or saying, I don't care what y'all think for real, because very obviously he does care because he keeps trying to explain it away. So something is not clicking. You know what I mean?
You know, the funny thing about that Dave Chappelle thing is that, okay, so when all the stuff with Saudi Arabia was happening, the person who I heard most about was Bill Burr. I didn't even know Dave Chappelle was a part of that. Like, so it's funny to me because I feel like Dave Chappelle is a sort of, or his position within comedy is that he could have just not mentioned it
Yeah.
and just went on with a
Exactly,
special
right.
that had nothing to do with that.
Right.
And just, you know, nobody would have really even thought about it. I mean, Bill Burr is different because I feel like, especially in most recent years, Bill Burr's discourse, like what he's wanted to talk about, has been very principled. So suddenly, if he does something that appears unprincipled, it's seen as more problematic. But Dave Chappelle, you know, he's been going at trans people for like
5
10
years.
years now.
Right, for like literally half a decade now.
I'm like sharing my screen. I mean, you have to pull it up. And I was showing the lineup if anybody wanted to see it, the Saudi Arabia lineup.
Yeah, let me.
I saw it's pretty much everybody.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it really is like everybody.
That's why they did it. Like literally,
Right.
It was like, I mean, you going, I'm going. All right, well, you going? I'm
Right.
going.
It's
Like, I know
basically
that's how it
everybody. It's basically everybody that matters except Josh Johnson
and David Cross.
It's interesting.
and David Cross and Patton Oswalt. Do Patton Oswalt still do stand up?
I don't know.
I
don't
think
know.
occasionally.
I didn't know.
No, he
Chris
does.
Tucker-
Yeah, he does. My homie opening for him right now.
I didn't know
All
Chris
right.
Tucker could stand up, but that made me think about the WWE in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
When WWE went up
yeah.
to Saudi Arabia, they wanted all the old niggas. They're like, "Hey, bro, you can bring Hulk back. Y'all think y'all
Right.
They was asking for Andre the Giant.
They was asking
They
for the
wanted-
Ultimate Warrior. They wanted all sorts
Right.
of dead people like to come wrestle.
So,
Yeah.
so
King
for them
Kong
having-
Bundy.
For them having Chris Tucker on there, they must love Rush Hour or something. So like they want all the old niggas back. So yeah, Saudi Arabia they want all the.
But that's what makes it worse for Dave though, is because like we all make compromises with the system at certain levels
yeah.
because it's impossible, right? You can't be as principled as your imagination of your politics is, which is why I try to be measured most of the time. I think it's why most of us try to be measured, because if you look close enough, I'm sure you can find something on me and everybody else on the call, in the chat, whatever, that don't perfectly align with the politics that we profess. However, of all the people on this list, Dave, next to Kevin Hart, and maybe next to Kevin Hart, Dave is the least needing of this bag. Ali Sadiq needed that bag. Chris Tucker, he's still paying taxes back.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Bill Burr, Bill Burr didn't need it either, but what that makes
no,
me
he didn't
think
need it either,
about
yeah.
It's like, what size is this bag?
They're
Where-
large
And not
bags.
and neither does Gabriel Iglesias. He
Yeah,
don't need
for
that
real.
bag.
Yeah. Most of these
He
people
do
don't
every
really
one
need
of his
these bags.
specials do numbers.
Yeah, most of these people don't need these bags. So, like, for them to go, and just collect them, if they would have just went, if Dave would have came out with this special and not said a word about him going there, I probably wouldn't have made a video about this special. I wouldn't have bothered a B-sides about this special, because to me, it wouldn't have been worth the conversation. It is what it is at this point, kind of like how Mike kind of started this off. But him presenting that excuse is an indictment on the critical analysis faculties of the culture right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I connect what Dave's excuse is to like Drake suing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all part of the same like general tone of our inability to critically engage with art, media, culture, and politics at a high enough level to be able to see obvious bullshit, not like sophisticated bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too mad at people. What's the sister's name running for Senate in Texas right now? Jasmine Crockett. Like, I'm not gonna make a video banging on people who don't understand why Jasmine Crockett might be a problem. Like, that's a complex 3D chess level of like historical misinformation around shit. But hearing Dave for the fourth episode in a row still doing trans jokes after he said he wasn't going to do them no more, and then doing this whataboutism like he didn't go perform for their government. He didn't perform at a club in Saudi Arabia.
That's
right.
the thing.
He didn't perform for his homeboy that had a spot or opportunity. He went there and signed a contract to agree to not say certain things, which is the thing. All these comedians be like, man, free speech, and I don't believe in holding my tongue. He had to sign a contract to say, I'm not going to say X, Y, and Z while I'm on stage. To come back and be like, but Bill Burr's an asshole. Like, nigga, you full of shit. And I've been too nice the whole time about it.
and the thing that really irks me with the my bad. Go ahead, Eric. You was going to say something?
No, he said Bill Burr. I was going to say Bill Maher.
No.
Oh yeah, Bill Maher. Bill Maher.
But I mean, Bill Burr too now. But
I'm like, Dave and Bill Maher is two sides of the same coin, though. You know what I mean? So, but the thing that irked me the most specific, and I'll even say this, right, is that I was not nearly as pressed about anybody else on that card, aside from I wasn't pressed at all about Kev, because we already know that Kev go wherever the bag is going. The reason why I was so pressed about Dave is because Dave has, ever since he came back from Africa, he has kind of reinvented himself as like Black George Carlin, right? He has reinvented himself as like the common sense spokesman for Black identity politics, right? By way of comedy. But the problem is that so much, not just of what he says, but just in his moves, directly contradicts with that. You know what I mean? Like him consciously othering, you feel me, a group of Black people over here to say, well, what about Black folks? Nah, that's not how that works. For him to accept money from a government that is actively involved in what is probably the least covered genocide in the world right now in Sudan, but you supposed to be, you feel me, the spokesman for Black America or for what he Jesse Jackson, Emperor of Black people, right? Everybody's Dave said it, so I guess that must be how people feel. Dave said, that's the thing that irks me with Dave, is that is he, and I kind of got a video talking about that next month, is using this rhetoric, using this aesthetic of, I'm not even going to call it radical, but using this aesthetic of Black identity politics when his personal politics have nothing to do with Blackness. His personal politics is the bag.
The bag. He
It's
said it in his
money.
special. He said, I'm a capitalist.
Right.
The homies that waving a red flag, I shout out to them, because when he said this, I don't remember which one, I think it was Eddie. When he said this, I was like, oh, that's the start of the video. Y'all remember the joke where Dave said, I don't know why anybody listens to me. I did commercials for Coke and Pepsi. And like, I was like, oh, he been known he was like this. And he's been telling that's what I'm saying. And just laughing afterward. And we like, right. You know,
it's just a prank, bro. It's just jokes, bro. It's just a prank, bro. That's what he's doing.
I will give this my favorite, and to me the most interesting part of the show. OME, you didn't catch this because you didn't watch it. But he goes into a Dr. Sebi sequence toward the end. And considering Dave's background, I'm waiting for him to like also be like a Dr. Sebi nigga. So I'm like, God damn. You really trying. But at the end, the punchline of the story, which is profound, is why he's such an interesting figure. The punchline of the story is that he had a homie that was dying of AIDS, and he took him to Dr. Sebi, and then the punchline is, and then he died from AIDS, right? And so, and like he just left it there, and he always does that because he doesn't want to really be nailed down anywhere, which I get. Like, it's a lot to be in the public eye and have to stand for shit on a regular basis, because you end up being like the joke, the king of the blacks joke that I have. Right, you end up having to be the avatar for all those things at all times when you really don't have, earn that shit. But it's also another thing to like not stand on nothing and then like hint at it. You know what I mean? Like if
Well,
I didn't stand, go ahead.
Isn't it interesting that he cannot stand on nothing? He could be Coke and Pepsi. He can tell you he's a capitalist and you shouldn't listen to him, but still end up as like a cultural elder statesman. Like still end up in this position where his position becomes what people think smart people should do. Like it just seems like it seems like a commentary on us not having the right structure in place. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who doesn't,
He is not your
want to be in that
savior.
position, will
Dave is
end
not
up
your
there.
savior.
But it's structured, but it's also like that's the what makes people like Dave still intriguing, like critiques aside. We also another thing I wrote about is I remember when this dude rejected his Chappelle show check and went to Africa. And so that's on the level of George Bush doesn't care about black people. When you show that type of self-destructive level of integrity publicly as a black man, that gets you a lot of credential, a lot of a rope. You know what I mean? And so he's still riding off that.
But I guess he never really outright connected that act to some larger cultural stance. It was just so mysterious. It had all that room for everybody to project whatever they wanted to project onto it.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it. This is what OME was saying about like the way people look at him. I was talking about this with my friend. I forget who was talking about. We were talking about like a pillar in the black community, and he was like, who the white version is like? Who do white people look at like this? And he was like, probably the Mannings. And I was like, nah. I was like, football fans like the Mannings, but I don't think the Mannings are like pillars in the white community. And he was like, no, bro, I'm telling you, love the Mannings. But I'm like, nah, it's different. I think we have a different connection with our celebrities.
Well, we have a different connection with our stand-up comics specifically.
Yeah,
because they have always been the truth tellers, and we've always used humor to sort of point at the things that we're not really allowed to say. So, that position is.
I think it's similar with rappers too, because we look at rappers as the truth tellers, and it's like, man, he's. Let's say if I'm a nigga that sell drugs, I'm a nigga that sell dope. I'm looking at this nigga that's telling my story, like, bro, this nigga like telling me like how I'm living. It's like he's speaking for me. He the voice for the voiceless on some CM Punk type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like white people don't really be having that connection. The closest thing you get to that is the way white people look at Trump. That's their voice. Like that's. But other than that, we look at like.
Well, once upon a time, it was Eminem. It was Marilyn Manson.
I think it's Joe Rogan. I think Joe Rogan takes up a lot of that space.
Sure. I think Marilyn Manson. You got to be a specific white nigga to Marilyn Manson to be your. You know.
And I will argue that Trump. I will argue that Trump is less a pillar than he is an avatar.
Yeah. So, but you actually hit the nail. Like a specific white nigga is kind of the point. Is that for black people who we don't control our images in the media. We don't have a lot of say in terms of who rises to be like our icons. We have some say, but not as much as we should and not as much as we used to, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of pressure and responsibility on those folks. And one thing I pointed out about Dave in my old video is that we didn't choose Dave, right? People don't remember that Dave didn't come up in the black comedic tradition like a Steve Harvey or Cat Williams or insert a lot of other black comedians. Dave came up in a white comedic tradition. He was doing white clubs in New York. He wasn't doing black clubs in Detroit or Chicago or LA. I'm sure he was at different points, right? I'm not saying he never did anything for or with us, but Dave didn't come through that tradition. Now Dave is a hotep low key. So like, we didn't dislike Dave or reject him on any real level, but he never really shot in the gym with us like that.
Like black people chose Bernie Mac, you know?
Yeah.
And that eventually elevated Bernie Mac to a spot where he got his show. Yeah. Dave had like 2-3 shows and a movie before Chappelle.
Dave is a blue blood.
Yeah,
Dave is a blue blood.
Like a comedy blue blood.
Yeah, Bernie. Not only did Bernie come up from the trenches, Bernie was like working in a factory till he was my age, till he was in his 30s and doing comedy on the side. So Dave, and I think I had talked about this in the Wealth Won't Buy You Whiteness, is that all of those stories, whenever Dave talks about, Dave's lens was shaped by growing up in Black excellence and understanding that even if you this was Dave's understanding growing up, is even if you in a Bentley, you're still just a nigga in the coupe. That was Dave's understanding, right? But Dave's understanding of the kind of blackness that we project onto him came secondhand, came after he had inserted himself. When he talks about, riding on the subway with, 20 racks in the backpack that he got from a dope dealer, that was not what shaped his lens. That was him inserting himself into that environment to try and to come up as a comedian. So, and I just kind of lost everything. My point in bringing that up. Probably one of y'all could piggyback off it, because I have no clue.
You're getting at the fact that it just really never made sense for us to put Dave.
Because right.
Dave never even applied for that spot, but he was so good. Because the thing that we have to continue to give Dave credit for is that he is a master of his craft and Xing on so many levels. And when he got Chappelle's show, he was still of that mindset enough that when you heard him say real shit, you was like, oh yeah, no, cool. Yeah, we rock with this. This is still for us. And then he does the thing where he goes to Africa and turns down a $30 million check. So he shows he has some type of exhibit of not being able to be bought. So there's all kinds of credit that he's built up that dudes don't want to drop his experience score at this point. And it's I'm gonna need y'all to ding that man credit.
I have a question for all three of y'all then. In your opinion, because Dave is kind of the Black comedian right now, who are alternative Black comedians that y'all actually appreciate? Oh, well, never mind.
I mean,
dead or alive?
No, currently doing it right now.
Bro, I hosted a comedy show here in LA for years, and then we had a television show that Josh Johnson was on, and so look, there's a lot, man. My man Baron Vaughn, my co-host, I think he's brilliant. Gosh, man. Hold up, let me think. Go ahead.
So I was not in my head not to dismiss the idea that there's really good Black comedians out there.
Yeah,
but it's kind of
Roy Wood. Yep.
I like the dude that's got his start on YouTube. He been kind of having some really strong jokes I've seen in shorts. He got a round ass head. He look kind of like a gremlin. Oh shit! Why am I doing this? I'm about to get myself messed up.
FD trying to hold on the low and then act like he was saying something horrible.
Right.
You know the ugly ass nigga who be doing the joke?
Yo.
This man look like a gremlin, and then trying to give him a shout. He kind of look like a gremlin. He kind of he belong in a horror movie somewhere. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
We're gonna drop that because I do not want any smoke with this dude because he's
really say his name, so we don't know.
So we'll leave it alone. Yeah. My point is that there's other funny dudes, but kind of like what we said before about the death of the who said this? Where'd I get the death of the monoculture basically? Means that I just really started trying to get into Ali Sadiq. You know what I'm saying? I just watched, what's the gay dude's name? Tyler the Creator.
I know who you're talking
Jared
about.
Carmichael.
Oh,
yeah,
Jarvis.
Jared.
His name is Jarvis.
Jared Carmichael.
Jared Carmichael.
Jared Carmichael. Why I call him Jarvis? Where I get Jarvis from?
I just watched, what was it? Nathaniel, the name of his thing. So I just watched that early this year. So
Couple people said Tony Baker. Yeah, I messes with Tony Baker.
Tony Baker's amazing.
Tony Baker's funny.
Yeah.
Kevin on stage. Kevin on stage might be the best, most monoculture figure. Because he's done it through social media as his main vessel, which is probably do I think Kevin on stage is as funny as a lot of people we've named? Not really, but he's really funny. But he's also monocultural in a way that Dave has been.
Well, and he's different. Yeah, he's a clean comic,
right?
Or anything, so.
Which is really impressive. I guess Tony Baker's clean too, though. But that's impressive because like that's something I used to think was not possible. Like who else is clean in our era? Sinbad? Was Sinbad clean?
Sinbad was pretty. Yeah, Sinbad was pretty clean.
George
That's
Wallace.
not all I can think
George
of.
Wallace.
Somebody said Drew. No, not no Drewski.
Wallace,
Drewski is a.
Drewski's funnier than people give him credit for.
Drewski's
because he's
hilarious.
Let's act like Drewski.
I can't get with Drewski.
It's because Drewski's like kind of a fucking bro that like you don't want to like him. The intellectual in you feels like you shouldn't like Drewski as much as you actually should. But Drewski is funny as hell.
Why you like? I don't care. Why you don't like Drewski?
Exactly what.
Yeah, pretty much. On principle. That's what it is. you know how it's the one dude that make everybody in the class laugh. You just say
that wasn't that funny.
You just do one of these. Just
that's funny.
But for anybody interested in some other names, if you're taking notes, I'm gonna give you a list right now.
All right.
Sashir Zameda. She's one funny. Season on Saturday Night Live back in the day. She's one of the best comedians I ever heard in my life. Chris Redd, he was on Saturday Night Live too. Yeah. He's another great stand-up. Langston Kerman, David Bory, that's GBORIE, Yasser Lester. Like this, it's a bunch of dudes out here, especially in LA, and they travel too, and they all got podcasts and shit. Like there's a lot of funny dudes out there. There's a lot of funny dudes.
So my question is, or maybe I'm well, I mean, I'm not tapped in, but to me it seems like it feels like stand-up's cultural relevance is not what it was.
That's true.
20 years ago, and so it's harder to unless you play the game like Josh Johnson does,
right? Because
upload a bunch of clips on the.
If you listen to people within it talk about it right now, they say,
Marcus Wiley.
It all got taken over by clip culture, right? So like people post a clip of themselves doing crowd work, whether they actually know how to like write or tell a joke or not. Like that's what moves people. And a lot of just like people who are funny on TikTok get booked for actual comedy club weekends now. And a lot of the booking just goes to who has the most social media following. So it's not the same, the what's going on is good in stand-up isn't being reflected back to us the same way it used to when there were like hella stand-up shows on Comedy Central back in the day, like that kind of thing.
I did want to say this, I seen this in a comment. The like big white comedian right now is Shane Gillis, and he was like kind of the only one that he said he turned down the Saudi bag. So he was kind of the only one I've seen to say that.
He's in a weird, like I'm doing as an end of the year thing probably tomorrow. I'm doing a problematic white boy tier list, and he's on the list because it's like that list is only about like these are white boys who I kind of like, but I know I can't trust. He's gonna be like at the top of the tier list because like he keeps on landing in proper places when I hear about him. But he keeps on popping up around people. I'm like, why are you there though? So like, we'll see.
All right, so y'all ready to move on to some of y'all favorite things from this year?
Yeah, and just to let you know, I want to run out at like 6:30 if that's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, we ain't gonna be on here all night anyway because I need to see what's gonna happen with this game.
I ain't even clock back in. So I guess I'll start. The Bears.
Hey.
The Bears are one of the
good, better, best.
Good, better, best. Boy,
I hope we see y'all in the playoff. No, actually, I don't. I don't want to see Ben Johnson again.
You don't want to see Ben Johnson because more than likely, if we win tonight, y'all coming to Chicago if y'all see us.
Actually, you know what it is? It's not Ben Johnson that scares me because I trust Vic. I do not trust Patullo. I do not trust us. I do not trust the offense.
Yeah, but I don't know if people fully get how like revelatory it is right now for Bears fans. Like, so if anybody says anything like serious and more meaningful after this, like, cool. Like, I'm not doing this to disrespect or put being a Bears fan on the level of I don't know if anybody had kids this year or got healthy or discovered a dream. Like, dope. I love that for you. To me, nothing more important than the Bears this year because I'm a hardcore football fan. I've been a hardcore fan my whole life. I've been a Bears fan hardcore since I was like 14, 15 years old. So they're talking about 30 years of them being mostly trash, and not just in trash in a way,
Heartbreakingly trash.
And in the times they've been good, they've still actually been trash. Because we had the Lovie Smith era that was like 99 to 2009 or something like that, maybe 2001 to 2010, right? And then we had the 1 year where we won a division. The last time we won division is 2018. And in all those times, you still were watching the Bears, recognizing that they were bad at half of football the whole time. We never had an offense. We never had offenses that made sense. We only had a good defense that would eventually crumble because you can't keep a good defense together. So to watch the Bears this year, and that's to have a top 5 offense, the only thing I can compare it to is being in historically being in toxic, abusive relationships. And then finally getting with a man or woman that treats you well, and like you have to relearn to trust yourself and to trust your heart. And now you're just trying to love again and hoping that they get proposed to when we win the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks. That analogy got off the rails a little bit, but you get my point.
I mean, I'll just say I'm also a Bears fan, but the space I'm in, they've made me so happy this season that if they lose, I'm okay. I'm okay. They made it to the playoffs. We're here this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to sting a little bit, but damn, they gave me a whole season of joy.
True.
When the last time the Bears gave me a season of joy?
Yeah, not at all.
What you got, Eric?
I would say, are we doing like lists with our favorite thing? Like I don't know.
I mean, I was going for multiples, but I guess the Bears matter that much.
That just one thing.
Which, I mean, I get it. I ain't gonna hold you. I cried when the Eagles when they first chipped.
You don't get it.
I cried.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
I did.
Don't do this. We keep having this problem. We were so cool until we start having to talk about football.
What's the problem? You want to know? You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I rather be trash and not have to stress myself out every Sunday and know we're gonna be trash instead. Listen to what I'm saying. We have 4 NFC championship games.
My nigga.
Lost all of it, and you don't know what it's like to be the perpetual bridesmaid. You don't know how that hurts to be good but not good enough.
This is Irish people saying we were slaves too.
You don't understand. You don't get it. You don't get it. I'd rather be trashed the whole year than what Ricky Bobby say. If you ain't first, you last.
Right. Somebody said Jay Cutler on the bike, the double doink. Oh my God. You don't know what pain is, Bill. You don't understand how much I would give to have had 4 failed NFC championships in the 90s with Donovan McNabb.
You don't want it.
All right.
I'm trying to tell you, you don't want
Let's
that.
move on. I want to hear what Eric the Young God got to say.
I got some recommendations for people watching. So I'm gonna go down a list of just my favorite book, favorite movie, favorite TV show, favorite album. I'm gonna start off making myself sound way smarter than I actually am. My favorite book of the year was The Myth and Propaganda of Black Buying Power by Dr. Jared Ball. It's a really good read. If you want, I know you've
shout out to Dr. Ball.
Bill just had a unk sit you down a moment earlier today with Dr. Ball.
Really? Shout out Dr. Ball. That's a good book. My favorite black TV show of the year was Fight Night. Anybody seen that?
I love Fight Night.
I did. I did.
So
I enjoyed that.
It's
yeah.
so deep in levels. I think if people don't even fully recognize, if maybe you ain't in Atlanta, to see like how they clocked Atlanta.
Really
I love
good.
that shit.
My favorite
What is that on?
Peacock.
I thought it was on Netflix.
You got every black actor you can ever think of.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Okay. I got it. I'm racist against Peacock right now, but that's another story.
Okay. My favorite white boy comedy show of the year was The Chair Company.
I love that show.
Funny. I keep hearing about it. It's I'm gonna start watching stuff one time.
Really good stuff. But the underrated show of the year, if anybody needs a really good underrated show on Peacock that OME will probably not be watching. The Day of the Jackal.
Why
It
do I know
is
That's
that?
a show.
that
I've heard of that. I've heard it.
that
I haven't
show
watched it, but I have heard of it.
show blew me away because nobody's talked about it. And there's that. So what else we got? My favorite movie of the year. I actually saw it yesterday for the first time. It was the battle movie, battle after another battle in the battle.
Uh-oh.
One battle after another.
One battle after another.
Yeah, that was
Hey.
my.
Look
How
at
you
that
feel
face.
about
Look
that
at
for a sec, Eric? Let's talk about that for
Look
a
at his
sec.
face.
And get to faces. I don't know what that means.
Real quick,
I want to
I
be
saw.
clear. I want to be clear. It's an excellent movie that I really enjoyed watching after the first 20 minutes. so I completely understand how anybody could be like, that's my favorite movie of the year.
Okay. That was my favorite movie of the year. My favorite old movie that I ain't never seen before until now, The Lives of Others. Crazy movie. It's a German movie from 2006. It's about this cold German man. He like one of them Eastern European white men. He just don't smile. And they bug this dude
Oh, so he
house.
hood then.
they bug his house because they're trying to arrest him. He worked for FBI. He worked for whatever German FBI is. And he gets to the point where he's spying on him, and then he start getting involved in this dude's life. So when the dude start arguing with his wife, he's like, no, like he trying to salvage. So he go from cold to caring. And this is like, I think this one like Oscar of the year. I mean, best international film at the Oscars a few years ago in 2006. That's my movie from a long time ago. Favorite documentary was the soundtrack to a coup d'etat. That was a really good one about Patrice Lumumba. And music, my favorite album of the year was the album I told y'all niggas about. Freaking Nourished by Time, The Passionate Ones.
That was a good look. That album. I've been rocking
yeah,
that this year.
that nigga sound like if Nate Dogg listened to gospel and grunge music. It's insane. My favorite rap album of the year was Mike Showbiz. I have a whole list that I'm going to put out tomorrow. My number 15th album, favorite album of the year. Gotta throw this out there. Neighborhood God Delivered.
Hey, number 15.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't mind that. I take 15. It's 10,000 albums came out. I take 15.
You know what I'm saying? That's my 15th. So, yeah, I think that's about it. And yeah, those are my favorite things.
Can I throw in real quick? Just yesterday on Instagram, I got introduced to Boko Ute, which is a Swedish Nigerian kind of like not punk, kind of garage sound band that like has taken over my brain in the last 48 hours. And I just wanted to put that out there since we're talking about music, because I don't ever have enough. I be so jealous of y'all half the time with music. I think I've just lost the ability to lock in like I used to. But that has sucked me in.
I know what I got to badge you about, because when I interviewed you, everybody was mad at you that you ain't know this rapper. Mick Jenkins. You need to listen to Mick Jenkins' album from this year. They was like, how does nigga don't know who Mick Jenkins is?
I know
And
that name.
It surprised me that you know who he was. He dropped one of my favorite rap albums of the year called A Murder of Crow. Really, it's probably some of his best rap in his career.
I think I did listen to this.
Did you? It's really good.
We'll come back to it though.
All right. And then everybody in the chat is talking about Bust Down, the show that got canceled on Peacock a few years ago with Sam J, Chris Red, Jack Knight.
Oh, yeah. That's my homie too, man. Rest in peace, Jack
Rest
Knight.
in peace, Jack Knight. Because everybody was talking about Jack Knight in the thread, so yeah, rest in peace, Jack Knight. Great show. That was a really. I really wish the show had some more seasons. Really good show.
Yeah, they're my peoples. They was all.
Y'all want to circle back around with y'all music?
So my favorite album other than mine was Arm & Hammer's Mercy. And it came out late in the year, but the Arm & Hammer album is Lucid and Billy Woods, produced entirely by The Alchemist. And I heard a lot of new music this year because I did a lot of streaming and stuff on my live stream on Twitch. So I probably heard more new albums this year definitely than I typically would. And that's one that I kept coming back to. I mean, Alchemist has been on a tear anyway. Woods and Lucid, both incredible artists in their own right. But I feel like it's a synergy in this album that's just on a whole nother level.
Can I ask you a question about that album?
Mm-hmm.
When you listen to that album, does it feel like Alchemist is he's being like as weird as he can with them? It's like I could just be myself.
I definitely think he stepped out of his comfort zone. But to me, it's like it don't sound weird. It sounds like soulful in a way that I don't ever hear his beats sound like. His beats are usually like cold. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
like
yeah, for sure.
it really sounds like, it almost sounds like beautiful black music he's making. And I'm like, I didn't even know he had that tool in his belt. You know what I'm saying? Like
Didn't
it was kind of ill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Didn't what else did the Alchemist did something this year
did
that
plenty
annoyed the
this
fuck
year.
out of me?
Oh, what maybe the AI discourse with him
No,
and
no, it
Eric's
was an
album?
album. Or oh no, I'm thinking about Nas and Premiere.
I heard that wasn't good. I didn't
That's
listen.
what I'm saying.
I like the second half of it. I like the second half
Yeah.
of it, but
I
Primo's
think
beats
people
don't
being a
sound,
little
they don't
harsh on it.
sound right to me. They don't sound
Yeah.
right. Something sounds off about his production. Like I feel like his technique is the same, but I don't know if he's making beats in the computer now rather than using outboard drums. Like something don't sound quite right about where they sit in the mix.
You know, I felt that way when I first heard Prime 2 with him and Royce.
Okay.
That was, I love Prime 1. Prime 2, that's where I felt it feels weird.
No, who else did Alchemist make a album?
Freddie Gibbs.
I like that one.
Larry
yeah.
June and
Larry
Two
June.
Chainz.
Yeah. He did a bunch this year, right? Like,
What else did he put out this year? I go look.
he did an album with him and him and Hit Boy did an album.
Oh,
That came out this year.
Yeah, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it was just the Primo and Nas. Somebody said, was it in our chat that it was like, this is like oh man, somebody said it was like Ric Flair fighting Hulk Hogan, but like in 2007 or some shit like that.
Damn.
what's like that?
Oh, that
Premiere Nas, yeah. No. They said it was,
I think y'all being hard on that album.
They said it was
think
Jordan on the Bulls.
Well,
I
I'll
mean,
say
on the Wizards.
shut up. I'll say so. Shut up. That's not the worst producer Nas has worked with in the past few years. I'll just say that. So
No, I think has Nas everything Nas has done. What we got with Nas? We got 3 King's Diseases,
3 KDs, 3 Magics.
Magics. Oh, the Kanye joint. The Kanye joint wasn't.
if
It was alright.
niggas will pretend like them beats on King Disease is good, then yeah,
I mean, they're not. But King's Disease was just so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get into an old head debate.
Isn't that what we doing? And like, isn't that the whole thing here?
But then I get real old.
The KD beats was an upgrade over the Stillmatic beats. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, like I said, if I never heard another beat from Hit
The
Boy,
Stillmatic and God's Done beats.
It's because Hit Boy. So here's the old head take. Hit Boy sounds like old, like Premiere and No ID, and who else did Illmatic? And like Illmatic and It Was Written. It's Premiere, No ID.
Well, the first Illmatic, like
Will.
OG Illmatic.
Yeah. Who am
No,
I forgetting?
that's Primo, Pete Rock, Q-Tip, Large Professor. Am I missing somebody? I think it's just them 4.
What did No ID do for Nas? Am I tripping?
Nothing in that time. He was still in Chicago then, so he was making stuff with Common. Like,
Okay, I'm probably getting the mix. My point is that the Hit Boy sounds all reflect that old sound, and so there was definitely. I always have the take that like there was like a great awakening of hip hop. I called it dad rap with 444. Like it's like all old millennials, like it's like, you know how you turn 3 or 4 and you like your brain like springs into reality and you realize you're a person, you know what I'm saying, at 4 or 5 years old. Well, so that was like something that happened between every nigga right now that's between the ages of like 40 and like 45. 444 hit and we realized we was old rap fans and it was something that really spoke to us. And we've been looking for that feeling since. And King Disease really took that and ran with it 3 times in a row, along with the Magics. And so I think they're somewhat overrated, but they're still amazing because they hit that nerve to like 40 plus folks in particular. I can understand how.
I'm just not too much of a fan of Hit Boy. Hit Boy beats is there's something.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll reel mine off real quick. What you laughing at?
Somebody said an Uncle Awakening in the chat. I was like,
Uncle Awakening.
That's a great turn.
So somebody had asked what was my favorite punk/hardcore album. I'm going to cheat and say Wrong Side of Heaven is my favorite hardcore album, and then I'm Nice Now by Upchuck is my favorite punk album. So I'm gonna cheat with that. My favorite album, period, is one that a lot of y'all probably have never heard of this group, so you never heard of the album. It is a family singing group that's been together for 40 years, and they just dropped their first album this year called Annie and the Caldwells. It is, imagine like old Mississippi old Mississippi gospel music set to like a 70s soul to like a Superfly soundtrack. It goes sung by 40 and 50-year-old black aunties and a grandma. It goes hard. It's called Can't Lose My Soul by Annie and the Caldwells. Look it up. I found it off of a Guardian article of all things. So yeah, right. That's how I found it. But go listen to it. So that's my favorite rap album. I'm going to say I'm just going to say this because I don't feel like it has gotten near the buzz, and I know FD is going to eye roll at this, but Lotus by Little Sims has not gotten the buzz that I feel like it should have gotten this year. I
haven't even listened
listen.
to it, so I can't give an opinion.
I rocks with it. I've been listening to a lot of British rappers this year for some reason. A lot of Lil Sims. The Young Bulls put me on to Dave. They put me on to Black British music. You feel me? I've been listening to a lot.
I took a crack at that. That kind of bounced off me too.
I was feeling it. I was digging it. You know what I mean? So that's my favorite. I'm just gonna call it my favorite hip hop because and that's why I'm doing the rap fatigue video because it was just so much good hip hop that came out this year that whole convo is just so goofy to me that I gotta go coon catching with
I
this.
disagree.
So
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have seen a lot
really.
Of yeah, I mean, I think this year was a good year for niggas that's been rapping for 10 years plus. I think.
Okay, well that's fair. That's fair.
I think for the younger people, I'm worried and I'm frightened. I'm a little nervous.
You sound like me from last time we did this.
Yeah, so I do agree that people like Open Mike Eagle, Clips, niggas who've been rapping, even Chance, niggas who rap for 10 years plus.
That's another great album this year, by the way.
Amazing year. Niggas who's been rapping for a few years, I'm praying for you.
So Mike, you go ahead.
I guess, what do you feel like it was somebody younger who had the opportunity to put out something great and just disappointed, or like is it just a vacuum? Like what do you think?
Just a vacuum, because like I always shout out this rapper named Lil Tony. He's like the only young rapper that I listen to that's like, when I say young, I mean like 23 and younger. I just feel like it's not sticking. I feel like I said this before, people thought I was joking, but I was dead serious. I think hip hop is supposed to sound cool, even if it's some like why did I forget the name? Who sing hip hop? It's bigger than him.
Dead Prez.
Dead Prez making revolutionary music. It niggas sound cool to me though. Even if it's revolutionary music, it's trapping music, whatever. I think a lot of these younger kids are just not cool, and that's a whole different situation. Like I feel like a lot of niggas not even like, you can't even tell what region they from because they from the internet. It don't sound like they're from Florida. It don't sound like they're from Ohio. It sound like they're from Twitter or TikTok.
So is it like an objective kind of cool like sound, or does it always change?
I think objective. I think cool isn't really an objective thing because you can find some cool and I don't find it cool. But I just do think a lot of these kids are extremely lame. Like I feel like this is the lamest generation I've ever seen in my life. I even look at athletes. I'm like, damn, but this nigga don't even know he lame. This crazy.
Okay, but let me ask you this, because at once, because on one side there's dudes making music that you think are lame, but on the other side, right, like you got the drill movement, which is the not, like that's like the other side of the coin, right? Like it's like the most dangerous, high stakes shit ever. Like I don't know. I almost rather be lame than be like the most deadliest shit ever.
I don't think them niggas cool either. I don't think it's. I feel like people are in the moment. People are so caught up about the drill stuff, but now people are like, damn, they were dissing dead people. That ain't cool. I feel like people realizing like that shit lame too. I feel like a lot of these younger kids, the things that they think are cool, even if you just see like TikTok trends on like just things that people do in like content. it's like, yo, this
Bald
is
nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga.
I don't know that one. I don't know that
You
one.
don't know that one?
Nah,
I know
I
Bill
know.
do. I know Bill.
bald nigga made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like that one right there. But I feel like a lot of these younger kids, like I said, I just look at even athletes. I'm just like, damn, I just feel like I look at somebody like Wimby. Wimby seems cool to me. I think Wimby's a cool guy. Like I like Wimby. I feel like a lot of these just younger kids look cool. And in the music, I said all that to say the music, even outside the cool factor, I just think a lot of these kids is just like whatever they think rap is. I'm like, yo, I feel like we're getting further away from what hip hop is even supposed to sound like. And it's
we are
scary.
seeing an unk breaking, like emerging from his cocoon in real
for
time
real.
right now.
Beautiful.
This is
butter
beautiful.
unk.
How old are you again, Eric?
But listen, but I'm 20. I just turned 27. But y'all speaking to
Ooh, yeah, it's about
y'all
that
speaking
time.
to a nigga. Y'all speaking to who grew up
You
listening to
big
Boosie.
cuz age.
I grew up listening to Boosie. I grew up listening to Plies. I grew up listening to Webby. I grew up listening to a lot of people that a lot of up north niggas might be like, that ain't real hip hop. So I grew up listening to stuff like that. But it feels like now we're getting further away from just what rap is. And it's just like, yo, niggas not even saying words on songs anymore. This is what is going on.
So as a person,
Let me. No, yeah, go ahead.
So as a person who went through that with like, I'm not gonna say juvenile because I was still in high school when Back That Ass Up hit, but I had that sentiment like rooted in me. I was trying not to like it, but I was like, man, this should actually go come. But like I took a extreme hip hop break. I remember when I first heard 21 Savage Life shit. Some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember some kids played that for me in a classroom. And I had this, and I was probably about your age, and I had that exact same like response to it. Like, this don't even sound, he's not even on beat. He don't even sound like he trying to sound cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I bring all this up because you're repeating, you know, and I hope this isn't coming off dismissive, but you're repeating the same like framework and experience that a lot of hip hop heads have had to go through as hip hop heads age into like further adulthood and then into middle age, which is what you think is not cool. The kids think is the coolest shit ever. And it comes off lame to you, but to them, it works. And I'm not saying the concerns around hip hop are, I think, valid in terms of like the monoculture stuff and the fact that hip hop isn't maintaining a level of saturation and relevance that it had just maybe 15 years ago, let alone 20, 30 years ago. So that's a thing. But I think that's more connected to the entirety of like our current social reality. Like that's just as connected to Dave Chappelle shit as this is right now. Versus, is the music still good even with young people making it?
Well, can I say something?
Yeah.
I may cut you off.
Well, no. I think that's it. I don't know who the young people are listening to right now. Every once in a while, I tap in and figure it out, and I hear it. I'm like, oh no, that's awful. I don't get it. But I love that y'all love it.
I want to say something that none of y'all can't say. So it's like if like somebody call your best friend stupid. It's like not only I could call him stupid, only I could say this. I don't want nobody else to repeat this, and it hurts me to say this. But I think the South had irreversible damage to hip hop. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love the South, like I said, Boosie, one of my favorite rappers ever. And I don't think Boosie did anything like this, but I just love Southern music. But the lack of, I feel like the bar going down. I feel like them bringing the bar down. A lot of Southern rappers. I feel like it did a lot of irreversible damage. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "What about
no?" So
Outkast?
I'm just gonna recontextualize it to make it safer to say.
Sure.
Does that make sense? I'm gonna sprinkle some intellectual bullshit on top of it so nobody criticizes you.
Please.
What really happened is that the South, I don't know if I got into a debate with somebody. I don't know where this came from, but like the essence, the truest essence of African humanity is more alive in the South and Southern art than anywhere else in the diaspora outside of Africa. Mm-hmm. And so the way that the South produces music and art just resonates at a frequency and a level that is just so intoxicating and infectious that all of a sudden you got Fat Joe being lean back. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget when I heard that. I was like, oh, it's over. Like the South really has something to say, and everybody's saying it, right? And so the problem isn't so much the South, is that once the powers that be figured out the formula to making hit records was born out of the Southern strategy. Oh shit.
Damn. Oof.
Once they figured that it was born out of the Southern strategy of hit making, everybody was forced to replicate that. And so next thing you do, you got Designer, who's like, I didn't know Designer's from New York for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he sounded like he was from College Park.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, you come to Atlanta when you need a check balance, yada, yada, yada. So it's not so much the South's fault. The South is vibranium. And we just gave vibranium to the rest of the world.
Can I add some more context?
Yeah.
I don't want niggas in the, because like I said, nigga, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Like, nigga, I grew up hearing, I ain't hear no damn Jay-Z growing up. Like, nigga, I was listening to nothing but Southern. I love Southern music. But I'm gonna tell you what Southern music I think did. It made people feel like they could do it too. They seen a lot of I don't feel like niggas was listening to Nas and be like, I could do this. But I feel like a nigga might have heard of Future and be like, I could do this. Future is one of my favorite artists of all time. But people have this ability to think like, oh, all I need is auto-tune. I can just be cool. It's like, no, it's a little bit more difficult than that. And they sound more diluted than Future. Then the next nigga that tried to copy Future and they copy the nigga that copy Future, they sound more diluted than him. So I feel like the South just gave the perspective to people that I could do that, and you shouldn't look at rappers and be like, I could do that, because you can't.
Well, somebody said it's maybe the Caribbean and Brazil. Don't make me slap you through the computer. Like Caribbean and Brazil aren't African. Then now my bad mood coming back.
Eric, Eric, okay, so
yeah,
all of this, I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking about all the music that my son shows me from all the different regions. And what I feel like I see happening is that it's becoming hyper regional again, where like what they doing in Detroit sounds very different than what they're doing and even inside of Atlanta. There's all these little pockets of people taking it in different directions. In New York, you got people taking it in different directions. And to me, like, yeah, some of it feels like it's getting very like post language, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people almost scatting and shit on the track. But then, like, if you go to Detroit, them dudes is killing you with punchlines, just killing you every line with punchlines. Like I feel like it's going, like LA's got its own little flavor on it. Like I feel like it's fracturing in a way that I think is very good. Like it's becoming very regional, where people are making the sounds to appeal to like the people around them, which I think is been sort of a lost part of this hip hop thing. Since when it was a monoculture, everyone was trying to emulate the same sound. But now I feel like it's going in a bunch of different directions, and I don't love all the directions, but I'm not supposed to because I'm 45 years old.
Well, I don't know if you remember this, but when I interviewed you, I told you about this rapper named WB Nutty from Detroit, who made a song about some crackheads driving him across state lines. And I was like, I said it reminded me of Idaho. Isn't that the song off of Dark Comedy?
Yeah.
I said it reminded me of that, just a nigga that sell crack version. And so I say I love Detroit music. I love Michigan music. The thing about them, a lot of niggas in their 30s, mid 30s, and been rapping for 10, 12, 13 years. They're very experienced rappers. So I wouldn't even include them in here, even though, yes, that sounds very regional. They've been rapping and perfecting that sound for the past 12, 13 years. I do agree that there are sounds coming out like LA. And I feel like LA, for the most part, is always gonna have that regional sound. Like I feel like the area. Yeah, I feel like they never kind of adapted to the South. Like for the most part, like I feel like the West Coast kind of always stayed the West Coast. But I don't know, man. A lot of these like Yeet, like where's Yeet is from Oregon. That nigga sound like he grew up with Young Thug. Why does he sound like that? I don't like that. That's weird to me. Where's Ian from? Why does he sound like he grew up with Young? Like a lot, and I'm naming white rappers, of course, but a lot of these rappers just feel like Young Thug or Future.
True, but that's
shout out to Curtis King. He calls them little voice rappers.
And then one more thing, I'm gonna just speak. I feel like we're in an era where biting is acceptable. I feel like for history, rappers will be called out on biting. Where now it's like you have rappers that sound just like this person. It's like, okay, that's cool.
So let me ask you this question: is this because I'm doing this thing where I'm talking about where I'm comparing and I'm contrasting the state of the state of modern hip hop with the state of modern country. And it feels to me that this is less a hip hop thing than it's just a popular music thing. Because you listen to country
It's
and
also
it's the same three,
Southern rap.
right? It's the same 3 songs over top of a lap steel guitar and 808s.
Yep.
So it's so I'll get at the y'all, and then I guess we can get to the Grammy stuff and then wrap up.
I need to run. I gotta go paint
All right.
something with the babies. This was dope, y'all. A lot of fun. Shout out to the chat. That Chappelle video will be out next weekish. Please go watch my Donnie video. Them numbers got me shook again. I'm like, what the hell?
Put Charlie Kirk in the thumb.
Put Charlie Kirk.
You already know. You know how this works. Put Charlie Kirk in the thumb.
I gotta put. Somebody said they turned him into a juice box. I gotta put like a Kool-Aid straw.
Yeah. You know how it works. You know how to get that audience back. All right,
brothers. Take care.
That's them white people though. I don't really be focused on that. I ain't really tapped in with white people like that. I ain't even gonna fuck with you. But like really, I do know what you're saying though, because country music don't even sound like country no more. Like it
right?
It sound more.
Sounds like hip hop.
It sounds hip hop.
Sounds like trap rap.
Exactly. So I do agree that they are making the same song over and over and over again. It seems like, but yeah, man. I always am interested to have conversations like this with Mike, because like I said, he's a rapper, and I'm always interested in how he sees it, because you do this all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think the level that we end up talking about it at is like the mass consumer level, which is gonna reflect that homogenization, because everybody's using the same studio tech. Everybody's trying to make the same palatable sound that like record execs and people who license music for TV and film and commercials, people who buy the music that plays in Starbucks, like they all want a specific sort of safe, palatable sound. Yeah. So like on the highest levels of music, and where it takes alignment of so many people to make this product. Like it's got to be like the safest sound that they can think of, right? Like, so I don't know. I always expect that to sound the same, especially given that everybody's trying to save money by using production and studio stuff as much as they can, and less real musicianship and all of that, right? Like they're going to the same songwriters, the same producers, for everything, and I feel like it's about time that started to go across genres, because on that level, like they don't really care. Like I feel like the real consumption, the real change, the real interesting stuff happens on a much more grassroots level than that. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm wondering what the hell's going on in like Nashville underground. Like what's what the country music sound like over there, because it's probably very different than what we hearing on the radio, because that stuff is not really for people. Like it's not for people to engage with. It's just to be background music for most things.
For sure. See, and I'm always interested in the
because country do be popping, but it's you got to dig through the dirt a little bit to get to the good stuff.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, and I'm always interested in
but go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. I'm always interested in going on with different cities rap underground scenes. Like now what they got going on in the Ohio scene, you know what I'm saying? What they got going on, because in Florida I'm super tapped into what's going on and what rappers is good and not good or whatever. So yeah, I'm not losing hope for rap, but boy oh boy, when I hear a lot of new music from like newer rappers, I'm losing hope for rap.
All right, so y'all want to get into y'all Grammy predictions, and then we can wrap this up.
I don't have any. I'm like, I feel a little disappointed in how much I don't know if we should give a fuck. I really don't know if we should.
I feel you on that. I do feel you on that.
I feel like some of the same people who was really like, oh, Kendrick said, watch the party down. We should burn all this shit down. Like some of these same people somehow really care who's about to win the best rap album. I don't think those two thoughts go together.
Come on.
Like I think we got to kind of pick one. Like if we want this shit to change, we have to stop giving a fuck about stuff like that.
Preach, preacher.
I don't know. I go back and forth about that a lot because I don't really get
I got the
why
offer
we're
plate.
invested.
I got the
Hey, I just want to piggyback. I agree. I'm not really into the white man awards. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let a white man lead about my black ass genre. You hear me? So I hear you. I hear you.
Oh no.
Right
You
there.
know what? I'm just gonna skip it then if y'all could. I'll believe it.
And
No,
I
I'll
feel
believe
bad.
it.
And I feel bad because you had this plan for us, but I
Nah,
feel,
it's cool. It's cool. Cause my thing was that it's just because I feel like if I haven't said it straight up, I have intimated it in so many ways in the past. Like what Mike was saying is that if we really, if hip hop belongs to, if we really celebrate in the refragmentation of hip hop back to its roots, you know what I mean, back to its roots in the slums and in regionality, then I really couldn't care less about Kendrick getting his no, I guess I just buried the lead. But I really couldn't care less who going to get what or whatever the case may be. I just thought it was just something to throw in there, but because we all on the consensus that we not going to be watching the presentation.
I mean, if somebody do a cool performance, I'll watch it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like
I haven't watched the because I had did a side channel video talking about because I didn't realize The Weeknd wasn't nominated for a Grammy, and then come to find out he's been getting iced out forever. I said, "Oh, this is news to me." Like, but so I really don't be knowing what be going on. I just was looking at it this year because Clips had all of that motion behind them, and I just wanted to see who they were going up against. So,
I mean, I think from my perspective, right, so much of this shit comes down to what record labels have enough juice and enough access to lobby the Grammy voters. Like that's how a lot of these nominations come up, and a lot of times that's like whatever record label has enough resources and access to get the narrative that they want to get across to these voters, especially when it come to rap, because the Grammy voters are so outside of what's actually impactful in rap. They just listen to what these people tell them. And if they weave them a good if they weave them a good enough story, then they go for it. And like that's who the nominees are, and that's who gets the award. Like, and I don't know until that award is a reflection of some other process. Like I can't see it meaning anything.
we should have really created our own awards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
well, we did. Well, I guess because I was finna say that we did have the Vibe and the Source Awards, but I guess those was White Man Awards too.
Nah. The real nigga awards was the Ozone Awards. Niggas remember the Ozone Awards?
I don't even remember what that is.
I don't even remember the Ozone.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's some real South shit. That's where that's where all the black Southern rappers, like, they treat that bit like the Grammys for real. Like I think I seen, like, who was it? Man, I might have seen a nigga cry accepting an Ozone Award on TV.
Wow.
Like nigga, real deal. Like,
it was nationally televised.
It was on MTV Jams.
Look it up.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
It was on MTV Jams back then. Look at the Ozone Awards. That was probably one of the blackest award shows ever. Look up the Ozone. They had everybody there. It was a magazine back in the day.
Ozone magazine. Okay, wait a minute. I do think I remember Ozone magazine.
And they had an award show.
My browser ain't cooperating with me right now.
What I miss is them old VH1 hip hop honors. I miss them.
Oh,
like
that
was the closest thing to a little rap hall of fame we had, and then, you know what I'm saying, people that get their hits done by young fresh rappers, and get a little mini documentary. Like that felt like something. That felt like something that was damn near important.
Hey, rest in peace. Remember niggas got Rich Homie Quan out the paint because he messed up the Biggie song. Do you remember that?
Don't remember that. What I remember is Lupe fucking up the Tribe song, and everybody was on his neck.
I don't remember that.
Oh man, it was. I don't remember what song it was, but he didn't know the words, and like the OK Player boards was on his head.
I just miss when VH1 used to show the Jackson 5 movie all day long, back when they used to do pop-up video and when everything wasn't love. That was when VH1 was what MTV presented itself as, the actual like music channel. I missed that VH1. It was just all music documentaries and video shows. Yeah.
Shout out to back in the day, man.
Shout out to Ben. We are seeing a young Unk form in front of our eyes.
True.
Reminiscent. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. This has been fun as always. Chat. Go check out. Y'all already know FD. Mike and Eric. Let them know where they can find y'all at when y'all outside of here.
You can search Open Mike Eagle on damn near any platform and find something here. Twitch, what your music listening device, your podcast catcher. I'm all over them. So yeah, just just put the name in.
Find me at Eric the Young God on YouTube. You ain't packing meat on Instagram. Maybe next time you see me, I'll be bodying Open Mike Eagle in a battle. So
Oh, see, I forgot we're not friends no more.
All right, y'all. This has been fun. Shout out, chat. Good night and God bless. Deuces, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.